Welcome to On Strategy Showcase Night at the Effies. We are actually coming back from a bunch of interviews, short interviews that we did at the Effie Awards Gala. We were positioned right off of the main gallery and talking to people before they actually received their award. Now, they knew they were getting an award, but they didn't know exactly what it was. So we're talking now with Jaime McGill, is head of strategy at DDB Chicago, and Michelle Nagel is senior marketing manager of imports at Molson Coors. DDB Chicago won a gold and a bronze on the night for running of the beer ads, which is a super fun initiative. It actually played around the Super Bowl. Miller Lite did not have a spot. They didn't run a spot in the Super Bowl. They ran 1,000 spots elsewhere, as you'll hear about now. So here's a clip from their case study film.
Miller Lite isn't running a big game ad this year. They're running 1,000, literally. Like him, and her, and me, Rob Riggle. So while most big game ads give you giant explosions and talking animals, Miller Lite's big game ads give you what you really want: great tasting, less filling beer.
What made this such an effective campaign for your brand?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to love about running of the beer ads. I think it's one of those moments where you're sitting in the room and you're having the first creative review, and you have this insight around how, like, you know, everyone's sitting at home and watching all the commercials and they're judging them. And when the first slide came on, I was like, well, Miller Lite's not going to run one. We're going to run 1,000 ads. And you give that like the little puppy head tilt, and you're like, oh, okay, like let's keep digging into this one a bit. So it was one of those like really sticky like things that it felt really fun and interesting, and so that got us really excited with what DDB brought in. We got to work with our lovely friend Rob Riggle, the comedic actor, and he was just perfect.
The 1,000 ads were literally 1,000 consumers, 1,000 fans of Miller Lite who put themselves out there and said, I want to be a beer ad for Miller Lite, and used sort of their bodies to be a billboard for us, and sort of go out on every commercial break and hit the streets running, so that people could sort of scan a QR code on them, on their physical body, on a jersey that we gave away, that were gone in 2 minutes flat. You see there was a lot of competition to grab one of those jerseys, so people could scan the QR code on the body and get a coupon. And then all the ads, of course, were also compensated for their time.
We had a lot of really fun content that, you know, in our virtual war room we had over that Sunday was like consistently like, you know, looking across social media of like how people were participating. There were some that was just, you know, a picture of them like watching the game with their friends. We had some that made like very epic with like soundtracks behind them for all of the things. It was really fun to watch everyone just really get engaged and be part of the moment with us.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations. It is Miller Lite running of the beers. We know it's got two awards, so we don't know what they are yet. But wonderful stuff. We appreciate both of you spending time with us tonight.
Thank you so much.
Good
for
luck
having
tonight.
us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations to Miller Lite and DDB Chicago. They won a gold and a bronze Effie.